Happy Monday, folks. Listen, we are 8 days into the start of the new year. I hope that all has been going well for you. If not, it's my prayer that it gets better. So listen, I have a short message of what I hope will be encouragement for you, because it was certainly encouragement for me. You know, I've said it before if you've tuned in, and I apologize if things are bumpy here, but I'm on my morning commute into the office. But I've said it before that I, share either current struggles or past struggles and what I've learned, the lessons that I've learned, in the hopes that maybe what I've gathered through or gathered from the things that I've encountered will encourage or empower you in some way. And so if you're tuning in for the first time, welcome to the channel. Happy to have you here. I'm Latasha Pinckney of Just One, because just one person can make a difference. So this morning, as I was thinking through some things with God, and if you've listened to me before, you know that's a terminology that I often use, because it's a little bit different than prayer. It's literally me thinking of things and asking God questions, if you will. And so I was thinking about some things that I know God has given me a vision for. He has shown it to me in some way, has confirmed it through his word, whether it's written or spoken through others. Like, I know that there are some things God has promised to me, but I haven't seen the fulfillment of it yet. And the way that my relationship with God, it works like this. So whenever something does not show up that I believe God has promised me, or something's not happening in the way that I believe it should, I always turn that mirror on me. Like, God, what am I not getting? What am I missing? Because it's not God. God is perfect. So what am I missing? And so I was walking through that exercise with God this morning. Like, God, I know there's some things, like I'm getting to a certain stage of my life, right? I mean, all of us human beings, God exists out of time, but we exist in time. And so there are some things that I'm like, okay, God, I'm getting older and I haven't seen these things happen, and I want to do your will, but like, what's going on? Am I in disobedience? And so as I'm going through this with God this morning, thinking, okay, I must be in disobedience. And I hear it, like, just small, still voice in my spirit. But what if you're not? What if it's not disobedience? What if you are in obedience? It was easy for me, and I'm sure many of you, to look at things that God has promised you and you've not seen the fruition of that, and then start thinking, okay, I must be in disobedience. And sometimes that might be the case, but many times, I implore you to consider that you're not in disobedience, that you are in fact being obedient to whatever it is that God told you to do or would have you to do. But right now you're just in a holding pattern. You're waiting. It's not disobedience. God is making you wait for whatever reason. It could be character development. That's a big one, because I've said it before. It's not enough just to obtain the promise. You got to be able to maintain it. You can look through so many examples in the Bible of things that people inherited and they ended up losing it through disobedience. And it's really character flaws, because that's where disobedience kind of comes through. And so God is making you wait for whatever reason that you need to wait. Look at the story of Abraham. Abraham was promised a son, and he, at the age of 75, that son did not materialize until age 100. So Abraham had to wait 25 years before the fulfillment of the word that God has spoken to him. So I don't know, that just encouraged me today, that possibly the reason why I'm not seeing or have not yet seen the fulfillment of things that I know that God has promised to me is not because I'm in disobedience. I am in fact in obedience. It's just that I'm in a waiting pattern. And so, Holy Spirit, for all of us who are in that waiting period, and we've been waiting, strengthen our faith and our hope help us to wait, knowing that whatever you said, you will perform, because you watch over your word to ensure that it comes to pass. So be blessed. I hope this encouraged you in some way. It really encouraged me, because I don't want to be in disobedience, but I also do encourage you to sit with God and see if there are any areas of disobedience in your life, and ask Holy Spirit to help you through those. Be blessed, my friends, and until next time, take care.